Hello everyone, good evening all. I hope you all are doing great and hopefully I'm audible enough, right? So if I'm audible, just tell me on the chat window. Right? So if I'm audible, just do let me know. Okay, yes. So I hope you all are excited, and we will be doing a couple of new things today, right? And that is going to change couple of way of thinking about containers. So definitely this way is okay. So meanwhile, without wasting time, I'm just starting this quiz, and you can join directly from your phone or whatever. So let's be quick. So I think it's all fine. Around 41 people have joined. So waiting for more because I can see in the chat window it's around 46 people. So guys, do it fast and very fast. Okay, so I think now I can start, and Around 53 players are here. So waiting for 1 more minute. Okay, so I think it's over now. It's 5:34 and I'm starting this quiz. So whosoever wanna join in between, you can also join, right? So let me just start with the first. So this is about Docker basic operations. Read the question carefully. So from which place or server you can download Docker images. I'm expecting maximum correct answers. So if you have gone through the YouTube video again, last 5 seconds. Boom. Yes. So still 4 wrong answers. Guys, whosoever not given the correct one, you need to revise those session again. Okay, so maximum correct. Let's see the ranking. All set. Great. And I'm just clicking on the next. What is the port number of server TCP socket for Docker, right? Because this quiz is all about Docker, so you need to select the answer of Docker. So which port number you are using for connecting your Docker server? Very good. Couple of answers. 40. Last 20 seconds. Good one. So 2375 is the right answer, right? Because we are connecting in that way. I hope you all remember all this, right? So if I show you the history for Docker underscore host, see, so the port number we are using is 2375 as of now, right? So this is the right answer. And nice. So now next one is this: how to pull a Docker image from Docker Hub. Just a revision of what you did last day. Last 20 seconds. So I'm expecting maximum correct answers. That means if, let's see, last 5 seconds. Whoa, but still 5 people are not, getting the points. Why you're not? Maybe you're not practicing, you're not watching. Whatever, if there is a problem, you have to figure it out. Okay, all set, good one. So there is no change in the ranking, right? So whatever you are doing, guys. Fourth one, read the question carefully. It's my suggestion for all of you, how to list only non-running containers. Read the question carefully, then try to answer it. Last 15 seconds. Whoa, 18 correct answer, right? So let me tell you something on this one, right? Because whosoever selected Docker ps-a, right? So maximum people have given the wrong answer. And why so? See, let me tell you, I'm connecting to my Docker host, right? So I believe this is the IP address, and so let me connect it. And if I'm connecting to Docker images, yes, so if I run Docker, right, run -d name aa alpine and date, right, and then ping fb.com aa1, right? So Docker ps will give you only list of running container, but ps-a will give you all, see, all containers and running containers also. ps-a is also giving a running container, see. So if you are giving answer this one, that is not the correct, because I want only list of non-running containers. So it is giving running container also. So if you see the status, so all non-running container have status value like exited. So the right answer is this. So if I'll do Docker ps-f and then f for filter, status is equals to exited, then it will throw you the list of only non-running containers. So this is the right answer. I'm sharing history again and going back to this. So 18 people have given the correct answer, and yes, good one. So next question, fifth, how to start or stop containers. This is very easy, by the way, right? good speed, by the way. Maximum people are giving very fast answers. So last 10 seconds, guys. See, 50 people have given the right answer. So docker start is a command. Okay, good one, not bad. Nice. So there is a lot of change in the ranking. Okay, and I'm just doing next 6th question. How to delete a container from memory? So this question is pretty simple. I think I have given this idea last day, and I've also shared that on Docker cheat sheet PDF, right? How to delete a container from memory. Oh, good, maximum correct. So rm is a command, and let's see. Nice. So Chenmai is on the top as of now, and hitting next one. How to set env to connect remote Docker host in Windows PowerShell. So I've told you about the same. So you have to check the right option and then last 15 seconds. Nice. So that means it's around 36 correct answer. Wonderful. So this is the right one anyway. So a bit change in ranking. And then next one, how to create a container from a container using Docker CLI. So creating container using Docker CLI. And check the right one. So predictably, maybe don't have to think much, you just hit the right one that you believe it's correct. Nice, maximum correct. So docker run is the only command that you can use to create a container. So dip hitman, okay, good one. So there is a change in ranking. How to delete a Docker image from memory. This time the question is about deleting a Docker image. Choose your answer very smartly. Oh. So this is a disappointing moment, not for those people who have given correct answer, but for those people who have given wrong answer. You know that docker rm command is for deleting containers, not deleting docker image, right? So you have to understand the concept. If this is your docker engine that is running and this is your docker image, so from this docker image you are creating container. So if you want to remove this container, then the command is docker rm. This will delete this container, not this docker image. So you have to understand there is a huge difference between docker image and a container. Docker image is nothing, it's a static data, right? Set of instruction of operating system. And the container is a running instance or a non-running instance. So rm command, so whosoever have selected this second option, because the same question was in the previous, I think 5th or 6th was a question, okay? So the right one is this one, but at least you don't have to select this one anyway. So no problem. And I believe final question, how to connect remote docker engine from Linux terminal. This is from Linux terminal. It will do nothing, Asif. rm will not delete anything for image. Nice, maximum correct answer, 48 correct answers are here. And then I'll just click on next. So Dip, Chinmay, Dan and Navneet, Yogi, wonderful guys, good job. So good one. Right. So there are some instructions that I'm going to give you today. So I can see if someone is not able to connect Docker AWS cloud, so whosoever, if you're not able to connect from your terminal, so please use this method. You can use this IP address that I'm just sending on the chat, and this is for them who are not able to connect Docker from your laptop. So you can use your browser https:// this IP colon 4200, and it will be giving you that, and then you can use ad hoc as a username. Okay, so I think I need to connect again. I have given the wrong one, ADHOC, and it was Devops@123. So you can connect like this, and from here you can use Docker images or whatever you want to do, right? So this method for those people who are not able to connect from your PowerShell or the Linux terminal, right? So this is the way you can connect it in that way. Not for everyone, right? Please listen carefully. This is not for everyone. This is for only those people who want to connect from this browser. Username is ad hoc, right? And the password is Devops @123. Okay, so you can use that. Now, most importantly, so right, so it's there in the comment, right? RBG, and the Docker IP is in the comment itself. You can check above twice even. Okay, so first question today I'm gonna tell you, and from this Monday, so from Monday onwards, right, I am gonna check assignment for all, right? So first of all, how to submit assignment, because I have a script and that script will check all submissions, right? How to submit assignment or task, whatever it is. So so you have to follow something, and the same way you have to submit assignment. It will not be acceptable any other way. So the certificate from us will be issued when you submit assignment the way we want, right? And it will be same, because see, I cannot check assignment for everybody every week or every day, right? So I have a program, and that program will check for me, but that program is reading data from this. So what you have to do, first of all, you have to do your assignment wherever you want. So after, just when you complete your assignment, so first complete assignment, right? Then write the step and submit in your Git account, in your GitHub, fine, in your GitHub, and then URL you have to comment in YouTube link. So I'm telling you all this thing, how you're going to do that. So I am giving idea how we are going to submit assignment, because my script will read from YouTube comment directly. Okay, now most importantly, how many of you not having GitHub account? How many of you not having GitHub account? So I need a comment in the chat window. If you're not having, just comment no. If you have, just comment yes, so I can count a predictable number, right? So waiting for your comment. If you don't have an account in GitHub, just say no, or if you have account, just say yes, and I'm gonna just check it, and I'm gonna show you either how to create account in GitHub, right? So it's a very 1 or 2 minute job. Waiting for response from all of people. Don't have, yes, 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 no, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. Okay, doesn't matter. See, so a couple of people saying yes and a couple of people saying no. So how to create account on GitHub? So it's a very quick session, right? And so I'm telling you how to create account. So how to create account on GitHub. So just going in my private browsing, and here I'm typing GitHub login, right? So when I say GitHub login or simply GitHub, right, and this will be opening this link, right? So whosoever you don't have, you just right, then just click on first one link, and this is your form. So let's say I'm submitting Ashutosh, email address is ashutosh93@gmail.com, and Ashutosh 111 maybe if it is not available. Ashutosh, fine, and the password whatever you want to give. So I'm giving some password, right? I'm just checking for sign up. So once you give the right username and password, so there is a problem creating, you can just check again and again. So what you have to do, you have to verify yourself by solving this puzzle. Okay, so you have to roll it back. If it will be done, good. So once you get this, then select a plan, right? And you have to select free student plan. You don't have to select for corporate account. And once you're done with this, they will send you an email to your email address, whatever you have given, and then you can verify. And after verifying, the account got created, and badhai ho, congratulations, you got account. Now once you done with the same, so you have to log in, GitHub login, and I'm just going here, email address and password, and sign in. That's it. So after verification from your email address, just do this, and let me do that, right? So I'm here going GitHub, right? So I'm logged in here already. So this is my GitHub profile overview. So you have to make your GitHub profile like this, because you have to commit so many times in open source in your own project, because these days GitHub is one of the place where people are hiring, right? So let's say this is your account and you have created all this. Now how to do that, how to submit those tasks? So first of all, let me open that video that where I have given that task. So about videos, where is the task, no. So the task is, yes, so summer 2020 basic task. I'm just muting it, and the task whatever I have given, so I have to complete it. So let me go here and then complete this one. Okay, so I think this is the task. Okay, so let's say if this is the task, so what I have to do, I have to complete this task. So I'm giving the answer also, if in case you have you're not able to done that. So what I'll do, I'll complete assignment in my own Linux machine, and Linux you can install in your Windows or Linux, or maybe in VMware, wherever you want. And if you want me to upload a video for installing Linux, please do write a comment for me. So let's say what I'm gonna do. So the main job was to create this account. Create this in a one mkdir command. So I can do like create mkdir a. But if I hit enter, my one count will be completed. Under A, I have to create B and C. So what I can do, when I want to create multiple directory with one mkdir, I can use P, right? So I'm not giving explanation of much about this point, but yes. So if A is created, I'm not hitting enter because it will be counted. So under A, I want to create B. So under A, I want to create B, and under A, I want to create C. So A, B, and C. Now under B, I want to create D and E both. So it will be very lengthy method actually. And B, I want to create D, and under B, so if I want to create more than one, I can use like this. So D, E, right? So this one is something, and likewise, so this is one method you can keep writing, but otherwise there is one better method. So I'm creating A. Under A, if I want to create B, it's all fine, but I want to create two directory, B and C, so I'll use curly braces, B comma C, these two one. Now under B I have to create D and E, so I'm going under B, again two directories, so I have to give this curly braces, D comma E. And under C, F and G, so under C I have to create F comma G. Then under D I have to create I and J, so under D I have to create I comma J. And under E I have to create H, so under E I have to create H, and E is also is not somewhere else, okay, I have to. Then under F I have to create H, so under F I have to create H here. And then under G I have to create K, so under G I have to create K, right? So till here I, J, G, H, K. So now under I have to create M, so under I have to create M. And then under J I have to create L, under J I have to create L. And under H also I have to create L, so H here is there, and here also L. And then under G, under K I have to create L again. So under M and L, under M I have to create Z, so under M is here, I have to create Z. And under L, so L is here also, I have to create Z, and L is here also, and L is here also, and L is here also, right? And boom, I can use tree command to see the hierarchy. So the answer will be 21 directories. So if this was your answer, that is correct. So a tree command just to check a list of tree. Otherwise you can just double click on the folder and keep saying that. Okay, so this is solution of my first question. So this is my first question, how you have to submit here. So in your GitHub you have to go and click on plus sign and just click on new repository. Under new repo you can give any name. Let's say I'm giving summer 2020 COVID, so you can 19, and you can create your own name, it doesn't matter, right? Make it public, make sure it's public. And if you come down you have to just click on initialized. So when you click on initialize, it's all fine. Okay, now create it. So it's very simple. What I did, plus then new repo, make sure it's very unique, public, and don't miss it, initialize and create one. So once you have done the same, so you know your first answer, right? So what you can do, you can just submit this answer here. So how you can do that? See, so there is an option of create new file under the login. So I'm just clicking on create new file, and you can give the file name like, let's say today is 11th April 2020, right? And then you can come here and you can just give task 1. You can write also in a directory format, right? So just commenting it like task 1 for creating directory, and then here answer is, and the answer you have to submit, like just give that program. Okay, so okay, echo problem. Shit. Okay. So let me check. Echo. Still, I can maybe try to use my earphone again. Let me try. So I'm going to check OBS and I'm changing it from here to there. Okay. So what about now? Tell me, what about now? If it's fine or yes, it's fine, just comment there. Okay. If it is manageable, please do comment in the chat window that yes, it's fine. Okay. It's fine. Okay, wonderful. So I was there, so I can just use this copy, and here I can paste like this, right? So this is my answer 1, and I can now just write something in comment, my first task answer, anything that is not mandatory to write anything, right? And comment it. So once you comment here, and you can check by clicking. See, this is the answer. So whatever you want to write, just write it. Okay. Now you have to submit this task 1 answer, and you can write more than 1 task, like by commenting. So it doesn't matter how you want to write. So just take this URL, and how you do that, you have to click on raw. So once you click on raw, it will be a URL, and that URL you have to commit or comment in the chat. So let's say I'm commenting like my first task answer is, and I'm giving this URL, comment, right? So what my program will do, it will read your raw.github user content, and here it will be your username and repo name. So how my tool will check, I'll tell you the demo. It will check your username and repo name, and then the branch and the file link. Then it will check, and after checking, it will send me. So I have a team in backend who is going to maintain that. Likewise, if you remember, we have the second assignment, and that was date command, right? So how to just do the date command. So I'm just giving answer of the same. So first of all, if I'm running this date command, let me log in with my root account. See, if I run date command, now by default everybody can run date command without any problem, right? So what I have to do, if I check what is the path of date command, because I told you in this session, every command is a file in every operating system, right? Every command is a file. So what I'll do, I'll execute, I'll remove this execute permission from everyone. So A for all, or either I can just write -x. So once I write -x, you can see here there is no execution permission. See, x is not present. So once there is a no execution permission, right, and then I try to see, even I'm root, still I'm not able to run that date command. But we have to create a user, and that user will be able to execute only date command. Okay, so let me do one thing. So I can just add a user or user add, so I'll find -s for shell. So I'll give usr bin date, and then I'm not getting why you are asking irrelevant question right now, because I'm just trying to give answer of your questions, right? So if I try to log in this TTT account, this will not be able to execute this one. So there is a permission in Linux, we call it ACL. So what ACL can do, access control list can, even if you do sudo, it doesn't work, right? ACL can do, it can give any user, any particular user to some priority. So I can use setfscl -m user name ttt, and I'm giving a read write execute permission to usr bin date. So once I do that, I'm logging into this. See, now this user is able to run that command. But if root will try, so you have to remove from a root user. So from root user, you have to remove everything, right? So that root user won't be able to, or again, sorry, you can do -x usr bin date, and then that one. So first of all, you have to assign ACL, then you can do this. If you have given the answer by sudo, you can try to check that also. Anyway, answer, there are a couple of answers, by the way. So this is second answer, and you can just go to again in the same directory and edit here. So for one task, you have to create only one file, and here you can just come and task 2, submit, and done. Yes, any approach is acceptable, right? And once you commit, so you commit and just go to raw, take this again and go here and comment, right? So likewise. So this is how you have to submit your assignment. Okay, so I'll okay, Harshvardhan is asking now, a Docker create, what it will do. See, if you wanna check what Docker create will do, so first of all I can show you Docker. Okay, it's very, there is nothing like Docker create. So Docker create, if I'm doing, so create is actually doing init containers. That means what can I do? Create will create init containers. And what is init containers, you don't have to worry about as of now, because init container is not the one that is actually running on a application modes. So we are not focusing on any init containers, right? Likewise, so I hope you got a point, right? How to submit answer. So any questions, right? I don't think so, you must not have. You can watch this video again and again to check that. Okay, so now we are going to talk about Docker operations again, right? So if you have any doubt in Docker search or in Docker pull or in Docker run or start, stop, create, whatever we had. So you can just ask, otherwise you can watch the video again. So I'm going to talk more in depth about this Docker, right? So now let's see that. So what I'm going to do, so here I can see my Docker images. These are the all images that we are having. Okay, just to know one file for no see. So if you are confused still, so you have to create one file and you have to create, update all the tasks of a single day. So let's say if today is 11th of April and I have given task today, so for 11th April, even if I have given 5 tasks, then still you have to create only one file. And for 12th April, if I'm giving tasks, you have to create another file. So all tasks of a single day will be answered in a single file. Got it? Still, if you have any confusion, please do connect me on WhatsApp. I'll be really happy to help you, right? All right. So today I'm going to talk about Docker process. So let me tell you, if this is your Docker engine, right, and in Docker engine you have Docker image, and from this image you are creating a container, and container must have any process, and that process can be any command, it can be any code means compiler or interpreter based code, and it can be a database server, or it can be any website, anything, right? It can be anything, database, website, or whatever we can execute. So, and that process will be responsible for container life. So container will be running till the time the process is running. So if this process is responsible for container runtime, so in the word of Docker we call it parent process, right? Parent process. So I hope you already understand that parent process is the one that is primarily responsible for container lifetime, right? In general, we cannot run multiple parent process. Let's say we cannot run 2 database, let's say MySQL or Oracle. So it's not recommended to run 2 database in a single container. So rather than running 2 database in a single container, you can create 2 containers. So likewise, if you have Java code and if you have Python code, so rather than installing Java and Python as single container, it's always a good idea to create individual container for Java and Python. And I believe that's why we are using container simply. Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you how to execute a child process. So after a parent process, you can also execute a child process in a container, but the parent process will be running, then you can execute child process. So let's do that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use Docker images first, right? And I'm gonna use, let's say, Docker then run, then -d because I want to put my output in the background, and hyphen name Ashutosh container11 alpine and ping fb.com. So this is launching my container in background. Okay, I know that -d option will put the container output in background, and I can simply check by docker ps, yes, for me the container is running, right? And that container name is there, and because the command option will show you the name of parent process, okay, the name of parent process that you are running as of now. So hopefully you all are creating a container, so I can see wonderful. Right now, let's say I know that the process is running parent 1, okay, and that is my ping something.com. Now as a Docker engineer, I want to execute, let's say, date command. I don't want to create another container. I want to execute date command in an existing container. So I know the container name from here. So how I execute? Because see, so I can do docker exec name of container and the command. This command or this program will be working when the container is in running state. See, so I don't know, somebody deleted my container, or Ashutosh 1 is not there. Okay, so I can just use any other container. Let's say I'm using a random container. See, so maybe, I don't know, somebody deleted my container. So nothing to worry, right? So I'm using exec name of container, and the name of container I can find from the list. Let's say this container, and I can use this. Okay, even I can run this cal command, but this is only possible when the parent process is running, right? When the parent process is running. If the parent process is running, then you will be able to execute that. Fine. So likewise, you can keep running multiple parent process. Okay, even see, if I want to run even ping google.com, right? See, so that ping is running as a child one, because whenever you use exec, it will be injecting this one under the parent. And again, if I do control C, this container is not going to dead, because the container will be stopped if the parent process will be stopped, right? I can use the same container again. Let's say cal, right? Somebody deleted that container also, so I don't know why people are deleting and creating again and again, right? See, so I can use Sonu 12 and cal, and then ping, right? And then I can use cal again. Fine. See, so even I have, so by the way, so this exec will give you that option to execute any parent process in the container, right? So it's very, very simple to execute any of the parent process. any of the child process, right? Now let's say if I want to log in container, so I can give a shell. So like shell is for login. So how do I log in a container? So if somebody has created container and the container is running, so as an engineer or developer, I can log in here even by using docker exec. So I have to give any shell like sh or bash, whatever it is present, right? So if I try with sh, right? Okay, I don't know, people are deleting containers again and again. I can use cherry container. So is there some of you my dushman who's sitting and not giving me? Okay, see, so I'm not able to access because I have to say I want to interact with a terminal. So this I stand for interactive and T for terminal. So I will access the terminal of container. Wow, I don't know who's doing this, but okay. So let's say, right, see, so if I do exec, where I stand for interactive terminal, so I for interactive and T stand for terminal. So I'll get the terminal of my container, and here I can see ifconfig, I can run and I can check what is the IP address of my container. I can do ls, I can run couple of things likewise, right? So see, so it's very simple to execute and get a shell. But if I try with bash, probably if bash is not present in the container, okay, somebody is killing that container again. So no problem, I have a couple of solutions for the same. Okay, fine. So you're getting this, right? So finally I have this docker ps and only few containers are running. All right, so let's say, but first of all tell me, docker exec, you are understanding it completely. This is for running a child program when the container is running. So just type yes in the chat window if you are able to understand docker exec, so as a child process, right? So I'm waiting for your messages. So say yes. Okay, great. So I'm only getting one message, maybe, so need a quick answer, quick reply. Okay, wonderful. Now let me tell you one main idea behind docker. So I hope you remember that. So if this is a docker engine, and where I have docker image, and from docker image I'm creating a container, and during container creation I have to give some parent process, and that parent process I can give a cmd or xyz blah blah blah. But you know what, the parent process that you are giving like this. So if I'm giving like docker run, I can also launch here it and hyphen name kkk alpine. I can give this sh. So when I do it, I can give shell, so I can log in my container. Yes, I'm inside container. So whatever I'm giving, I cannot give anything. So I can type here only those programs that is already present in the Docker image, right? Try to understand this point. I cannot type anything here. If I'm typing like a date, let's say creating a temporary container. So if I'm typing like a date or even cal or even something or even cal or even ping, anything that I am typing or I'm able to execute, that simply means these programs are already present in the Alpine image. I cannot type something that is not present. Let's say I cannot type ipconfig because ipconfig is not present in the Alpine image. See, so it is showing ipconfig is not found in the path of a container. So the idea that I want to tell you, anything you can make generally a parent process if that program is present in the image, or you have to copy it. So if the program is present in the image, then you can simply copy it. So that's why you have to maintain that thing. Okay, so let's say in the day one, if you remember, so are you getting this point? We can only give those processes here that is present in the image. If the process is not present in the image, we cannot give in the container, right? So if you are getting this one, that we can type only those things that is present in the container, not outside that. Okay, so how I can do that? So yes, okay, wonderful. Now time for executing. So do I need to repeat it, or it's all fine, right? Because I'm getting some comment to repeat. Okay, so do I need to repeat it? Let's say if I'm writing docker, try to understand it, run, let's say anything, hyphen name of container and name of image, that's Alpine, right? So whatever I'm typing here, this will be the parent process, and I can type only those parent process here that is already present in the Alpine image. So let's say if I'm typing ifconfig, this is the next Alpine image, and I'm getting this, and this command is present in this image, because let's say if I use, not using name option, if I use Fedora image, and I'm trying to run this ifconfig, so the Fedora is not there, it will be downloaded, pulled, and see, I'm using this is also your Fedora is Linux, but this command is not present. So the point is, I can only type those programs here that is already present in the image, right? So if you get the same point, if you get the point that what parent process can be. That can be only those programs that is present in the image, either this or whatever image you are using. Right? If you get the point, just say yes in the chat window, because that's what we are going to develop or do that. Right? More about Alpine. Alpine is nothing, it's a Linux based operating system, Shubham. But what I am asking, if all of you are getting the point that what exactly a parent process can be, so just say yes. Right? So I want answer from all of you. Right? Good one. What is the use of --rm? So it will remove the container automatically. Great. Wonderful. So now if I want to execute some Java program, Java image, so for that purpose I have to create my container likewise. Right? That means in general, if I want to create my container, and what is --rm? See, so if I run docker run alpine date, so what is going to happen? This date will be executed, output will be here, but the container will be present in a stop state. Right? So if I want a temporary container, I can use --rm. So what is the meaning of --rm? As soon as this process will end, the container will stop and it will be removed automatically, this container. So so that's why we call it's a temporary container. So once this process will stop, see, if I'll give a ping fb.com, so the container will be running till the time this program will be running. If I do Control C, this rm option will remove that container that is associated to, right, this program, this container. Can I use all these commands in Kali? Yes, if it is present. Right? So it doesn't matter. Let's say if I'll see docker images and there is a Kali Linux, so I can do something like a docker run this, try to do date. Right? See, if it is present, then you can run. And if I do ifconfig, it's not present. Right? So it doesn't matter what Linux image you are using, you can write only those programs. Right? Fine. So this is one thing. Now if I'll tell you one thing, let's say I have image Alpine, I have image Fedora, I have image for Python, for MySQL, for a couple of, we have so many images. So if I'll ask who decide parent process for a container, right? That means, let me tell you the exact statement. Who decides the parent process in a container? So if I'll go there and let's say if I'm doing docker run it alpine, and I'm not going to, even I'm just doing --rm also, so that the container will be removed. If I'm not defining any of the parent process, let's see what is going to happen. If I hit enter, whoa, I got this terminal, right? I got this terminal, and I can just hit the commands and couple of things. I can exit out. Okay, and likewise, if I use this Python image, only Python image, like Alpine, like Python. So if I hit enter, and I'm not defining anything as a parent process. So what I'm getting, I'm getting Python 3.2 interpreted, and I'm coming out of here, by the way, right? Let's say if I'm defining a Fedora image or maybe Java image. So I'm getting this terminal of Java where I can run JPS, I can run Java, and so many things, right? So that means, if you are getting my point, every time you are creating a temporary container or a container, and if you're not defining anything, so there is something that will be automatically executed. So that's why I asked a question, if you are not defining any parent process here, then who decide parent process for a container? And the answer is developer of Docker image, developer of Docker image. So whosoever design these Docker images, they can decide, if you're not giving any parent process in the last, what will be the default one, right? What will be the default one? So if you are getting this one, I mean this concept, then you can tell me, and then we can talk about how we are going to decide the parent process for our own Docker images, right? So waiting for response from you, all of you. Okay, fine. So if you get it, just say yes. That part, that is who is deciding parent process, the answer is developers, right? So I'm waiting for response from your end. Yes, good one. Wonderful, very good. Now the question is, can I check what is the parent process for any image? The answer is yes, I can check. See, so if I want to check what exactly the parent process or the default parent process for any image, so let's say I'm just doing Docker images, and let's say I want to check a parent process for Python image. The image name is Python latest or this ID, right? Yes, so I can just use Docker inspect and the name of image, either this. I have already told you that if the tag is latest, you don't have to do that. So I'm just giving this. So Docker inspect and Python. So if I hit enter, there is a couple of information in JSON format that is here, but you have to scroll your screen up a bit. So I'm scrolling like this, and you have to find out a keyword called CMD, right? Generally a CMD, and under CMD keyword the default parent process will be written. So what I have to do, I have to just do Docker inspect followed by image name. Likewise, if I'm doing Docker image again, let's say I'm checking for Alpine. Where is Alpine image? where my Alpine image gone? So somebody deleted. I think I can use this. Maybe I can use MySQL image, or rather than image I can use ID. Fine. So if I use this ID, or let's say Java, so docker inspect this ID, and I can go up, I can check for CMD instruction, and I can get the default parent process, that is Java. Likewise, I can check for MySQL. So if I check on MySQL, why I wanted to tell you, because here, see, CMD, right? So this answer is partially correct, that CMD is a default argument. So always whatever CMD it will be there, so that will be default process, right? So I hope you get it. And this, right? So this is what you can try to get the internals of. So this inspect process means we are dumping image internals. We are dumping image internals, right? So when we are dumping image internals, it's gonna find every time. Okay. So likewise we can use that. All right. Even if you have a container running, so I can also dump this container by using docker inspect and the container name. So I can check couple of more information about container. Let's say what is the IP address of a container, and if I'll go up, right, what is the image of a container, right, what is CMD of a container, and what is environment variables, likewise what is a domain or user, and so many, even very big information, very much huge information you can check. So inspect you can do with the images as well as we can do with the containers, but doing with images will give you another thing, and doing with the containers will give you some running time information about your containers. All right, so I hope inspect will be pretty clear for everyone, right? And this is something that I wanted to tell you. Now the point is, when we are if you are a developer and you are creating your own Docker image, then you can decide parent process. So you know what, our main agenda from today onwards is to create our own Docker images, because this is the most important part in Docker world, own Docker images. And Docker images that we are going to create, because once we create, so we can decide we want to run C code, we want to run Java code, and we want to run Python code, or we want to run a PHP or HTML based website. So anything that you have to understand in the world of Docker, that is only this part, right? Because whatever tool, either you want to run Notepad or your Firefox or VLC media players. So you can design your Docker image for your individual program or project. So the point is, from a very small code to a product like Netflix, like Instagram, everything we can design in a Docker image. So it doesn't matter, right? Don't get confused that you are designing for a small code like Hello World. So every small code and every big product, you can design your own custom Docker image, then you can create it. So I'm getting, is Windows based Docker images may be created. Okay, I'm coming to the point. So okay, so there are two questions. First of all, I'm gonna answer your question, Rhythm. But if all of you are getting this, the current diagram that I'm trying to give you, right? If you are understanding it, just say yes. After that, I'll be coming to that point. If you are getting it, please do fast. If you are getting this point, yes, 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 yes for everyone. So let me come on a video link. Yes, okay. So all right, now couple of you are asking some question like can you install multiple programs? So you are forgetting the purpose of container, because Mohini have asked that question, can we use one Docker image to create multiple containers? So let me tell you, actually this is my Docker image, for example, right? If I want to here paint, write, do everything, I can do, but by using single program. So the purpose of Docker image is to run a single program, one single program, either C or Java or Python or PHP. If we try to run, we can run it, but the problem is there will be a conflict between C and Java, Python or R, or maybe anything else. So that's why, if you remember the purpose of the container or Docker, you have to separately create Docker images or container where the library conflict will not be there. Okay? Yes or no? Yes or no? So just give me that answer. We don't have to do that, because if you're doing that, you are again creating a problem of conflict. Yes, Harsh, we can create we can pull any number of image. Get it? So I'm just expecting the same. We can do this, but there may be a conflict problem, right? Wonderful. So we don't have to do this, although because we are not in the world of Garib IT company who are just saving the resources for everything. So our main idea is to create a Docker image. First of all, whatever I have, taught you till now. So I have a blog called /devops. So you can type /devops in the Google and in Docker toolbox. So this is my profile, and here I can search for Docker, right? And then here you will get first blog, that is Docker basic operations. So if I'm clicking here, so I am one of the core founder member in Docker community, and I have written this blog in 2016, 3-4 years back, right? And there's an installation process, how to start Docker, and then from here the basic commands. So docker v, docker version, and if you go down you can check docker info to check more information, and you can just get for search, then how you get Docker images, then how you pull it, then how you check again, how you run a simple command. So docker run it, name of image and command, and I have explained that syntax as well. And then you can go inside Docker, you can create something ps, and every single process, almost couple of things are written here. It's a very big blog, so I'm sharing this URL to all of you. Okay, getting some questions. Done. One doubt about assignment, that is assignment you are given in different videos or in between the lecture. So guys, I'll be giving assignment in a different video, not in the lecture. So I'll make a different video for every assignment, right? Can we use Kubernetes in order to use multiple container in a single operator or single application to perform different tasks? So Sonu, you can use multiple Docker image and you can use single image also. The point is, whatever operation you are trying to perform, they must not be conflicting in any terms, right? Different Java codes in the same content. Yes. So let me tell you one thing. So a clarity that I'm giving to all of you about some points is, first of all, video for task will be different. The second is, if I'm creating a Java based image, I can run multiple codes of Java. It's not the way that I'm gonna run only a single code on the Java image, right? I can keep integrating code in the same image again and again, right? So let's say if I'm creating a Python based image at day one and I have attached that code here, so what I can do, I can keep attaching the code in the same image again and again, and during the runtime I can start my image. Okay, hopefully you're getting it. So Rhythm is saying Windows based container, can you please repeat inspect? Okay, coming to the question that is asked by Rhythm is, see, if you have Linux in the base OS, Linux based OS, and you are installing Docker on top of it, and then you are pulling Docker images, and then you are creating container from this image. So all the containers that you are creating on top of Linux based platform, so these all containers will be of Linux type only. Linux type only, right? But if you have Windows OS here and you install Docker over there, and then you download some Docker images based on Windows and you create a couple of containers, all these containers will be Windows based. So Windows container, Windows container, Windows. Here you cannot create a Linux container, or here you cannot create Windows container, right? Right? So I hope this is the point. So if the host machine is Linux, so only the Linux container will be created. These OS can be any other thing, Fedora, Red Hat, Ubuntu, something, but the Linux kernel will be common. If you have Windows OS, then Windows 10, Windows 7, Windows 8, all kind of container will be there. But the point is, as of now, Windows 7, Windows XP, Windows 8, Windows 10, there you cannot install Docker. In Microsoft Word, if you have Windows Server Machine 2016 or later, 2016 or 2019 server, then here you can install Docker directly, right? Not in Windows XP 7, here you cannot install, you can install there. Some questions again. I have created a container by Docker PS, it's not showing, why? Khushi, just check, the container must be dead. You can check by Docker PSA. Can we create a container inside a container, Chinmay? Although this is not that much valid point, but the answer is yes. We can create container inside container. Okay, Shivang, I'll do that. I'll make a video of installing Linux and Windows. Not a problem. Rhythm, you got it. Okay, so at this final discussion, you got it, right? Wonderful. So one more thing, right? Once you are watching this video of live session or assignment or any other video that I'm sharing with you all, so because I'm giving it all for free, so at least I'm expecting from all of you, this all people, you can just do like, subscribe and share, right? So at least you can do that, right? Because once you do like, Google will promote this video in somewhere else also. Okay, so thank you so much guys, and have a great day. Thank you so much. And so inspect is nothing, it will give you internals of this, otherwise you can ping me on a personal chat. So what about tomorrow guys? If you want me to do that, if developer 2-3 images, then child process under the container, can we use all of them? No. Okay, fine. So thank you so much and good night. If you have some question, you can ask me. And yes, tomorrow we'll have session, but tomorrow we'll have session a bigger one. So tomorrow we'll have session from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So it will be 2-hour session, right? Remember that, not from 5:30, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, So thank you so much and have fun.